In today's video, we're going to be talking about some massive news regarding a WWE return. Plus, we got some very interesting news surrounding NXT call-ups, and we are going to talk about an AEW star confirmed for the WWE video game. Welcome back to the Ango Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick things off with Jake the Snake Roberts. As you guys know, he is currently signed to AEW for another year. However, WWE has him in WWE 2K25. He's been confirmed for the video game. And a lot of people were wondering, how does this actually happen? How does WWE approve this? How does AEW approve this? And it's actually really not that difficult. He was speaking on the Snake Pit podcast, and basically WWE, they understood with him, the benefits and the arrangements made with AEW, and they're okay with it. What's also really crazy is that he's going to keep working for AEW, but he also has his Legends contract with WWE, and AEW is basically fine with him having this. They gave him the blessing. So this is pretty huge, definitely shocking. But I think it's cool. Honestly, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that WWE still wants to recognize him. And obviously WWE putting him in the video game and having 2K put him in the video game is relatively a big deal, because you can't forget about his history in WWE. But a lot of credit actually has to be given to AEW as well, because at the end of the day, this is one of their talents who they have legally signed to a contract. And at the end of the day, he is able to make WWE money by being in their video game. This is not something that you see that's very common. But the fact that he's been able to pull off this contract, right, where he could be in AEW while still having his WWE Legends deal, like, unbelievable, to be honest. It's unbelievable. But it just goes to show you how things are different these days. It goes to show you how different WWE is as a company. I think, obviously, like, they don't have plans for Jake the Snake on TV. Like, they're not going to utilize him. So they're not preventing him from doing something in AEW and making money off of it. At the end of the day, they're cool with it. And on the same notion, AEW is cool with WWE still profiting off of him. So it's just a really unique thing to see an AEW guy, current AEW guy, being featured in WWE stuff. It's just a really, really crazy time. Definitely did not expect that. I would have never guessed in a million years that would happen. Let's talk about WWE NXT call-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about this. Fraxium is expected to be called up to the WWE main roster post WrestleMania 41. This is according to WrestleVotes. And obviously, listen, this is huge. WWE has quite a few plans for NXT call-ups, right? And I think what makes this really what makes this really intriguing to me, not only as a content creator, but just as a fan of professional wrestling, I have seen a lot of makeshift tag teams in my life, and there has been some really cool ones. Fraxium may very well be the one that ends up being the most successful. That's just genuinely how I feel. Like, these guys have the best tag team matches in professional wrestling right now, regardless of the company. And then you got to think of how it originated. They took a kid from NXT UK, put him in a mask, called him Axiom, NXT 2.0. Then we see Ben Carter on AEW Dark and AEW, and he joins WWE as Nathan Frazier. And he goes out there and has banger matches. Then they do this whole thing where they become a tag team, and they go out there and just do incredible stuff. Now we have them going up against the Hardys at Roadblock, which is a dream match. The reason why it becomes a dream match is because of how great these guys have excelled as a tag team. So I want Axiom and Nathan Frazier to go onto the main roster and be successful. I do. My concern and I have to have a concern here, but my concern is that WWE has not been that hands-on with their tag team division. Has it been an improvement? Yes. We're not going to deny that. But it's not the same. It is not the same. So to me, in my opinion, I want to see tag team wrestling become more prevalent to WWE. I want to see more of a focus. I want to see Fraxium versus Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. I want to see these matches. The War Raiders, JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. Like, there's a lot of tag team matches they can do here. But WWE has to do it. I don't know why, but the tag team division across WWE and AEW and TNA has been lackluster for a while. And it needs to change. And that brings us to our final topic of today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Jade Cargill is expected to be making a return very, very soon. PWInsider.com has reported that the expectation in WWE is that Jade Cargill is returning very soon, perhaps as soon as this Saturday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in Toronto. Obviously, we are in the middle of this mystery attacker storyline. Now, this isn't the popular opinion that I've been saying. I've been saying this and it's not popular, but the Jade Cargill mystery attacker, the storyline has kind of been dropped in a way. They kind of dropped the ball along the way. For that reason, I say this. They have to deliver something exceptional. Jade Cargill got injured at a very bad time. WWE didn't really figure out ways to follow up with this consistently every single week. Then they kind of picked it back up again. Who is the mystery attacker? Is it Naomi? Is it Bianca? Whoever it is, Jade Cargill will likely confront. This is a major return. Jade Cargill clearly going to do big things in WWE. But I can't help but feel slightly underwhelmed with this particular storyline. So with Jade coming back and hopefully at Elimination Chamber, there's a big reveal. However they do it, I don't know. But I want to see something. I want to see something good. So we'll see what happens. If it's Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania, that will be very interesting. If they go all in with a heel Naomi, that would be very interesting. Who knows? But I want to know what you guys think down below. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.